Hey YouTube, this is Flowy Fan since 2000 with a movie review for The Butler. Now, I went to go see it yesterday. It was an epic movie. I want to say I loved it. It's a classic in my opinion. A must-see movie I will continue to watch again and again when it's released on DVD. And I will be giving away spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch this review because I'm giving away spoilers. Starts off with the butler and his parents who were, of course, slaves. They're in the field picking cotton. His father is played by David Banner. His mother is played by Mariah Carey. Down in the field picking cotton. His father's just showing him, when it's time to pick the cotton and everything. And all of a sudden, this white guy comes over. He's pissy drunk, and he just tells Mariah Carey, "Oh, it's something I need you to look at out over here in this shed with me. Come on with me." And then they go, and he basically goes and rapes Mariah Carey. And the boy is going crazy, like, "Oh my God, Dad, do something, do something." He was just like, "Now hold on, now this a white man's world. We just living in it now. Hold on." And then next thing you know, he comes out, and she's screaming and everything. He walks over there and by David Banner. David Banner says something like, "Hold up now, what did you do to my wife? Or what happened?" He takes a gun out, shoots him in the head, right in front of his son. And then, the owner of the house, the white woman, comes out and she just goes, "Now y'all bury him. Y'all dig a hole and bury him. No compassion." She looks at the little boy and goes, "Now I'm gonna raise you. You gonna be in the house with me. You ain't gonna be out here in the field no more." Then he starts, go in the house. She basically teaches him, don't speak, don't say anything. Basically show him how the slaves in the house work. And they basically he grows up there. I guess he's about 15 or 16 when he decides to leave. His mom basically is mentally disturbed because she was consistently raped by that guy. So she's just there like this. He talks to her like, "Yeah, Ma, I know you want me to get a better life and get out of here. I know you want me to go. I know Pop would have wanted me to go." She just there like, she basically doesn't even respond. They live in this old shack out in Alabama, Mississippi, somewhere, in the South, deep South. And then basically, he just leaves. The woman, the white woman gives him a Bible and they leave. I'm taking up too much time. Let me just go on and tell you. He leaves and he's just so hungry. He breaks into this breaks into this cake shop where he's eating a cake, and this black guy who works there basically tells him, "You better be glad my boss wasn't here because he would have killed you." And then he basically gives him a job there, shows him how to serve, and he says, "I got this position at the White House." And then he goes, "Okay, you're going to," he goes, "No, I decline. I want you to have this position." He just goes, "Seriously?" Or maybe it wasn't the White House. Maybe it was I forget. Was it the White House? No, it wasn't the White House. It was someplace else. Better job serving. He was just like, "Sure, I love to serve." Go there. He goes there and he just tells him, got two faces. The face you show us and the face you show them. And then, he just basically goes, Forrest Whitaker, goes there to work for them. They ask him different things about, civil rights and, everything. He really can't say what he feels, so he basically just kind of tells them what they want to hear. They agree and go, "That's right, boy, that's right." And then, and somehow he meets his wife. He meets his wife and Oprah Winfrey. They have two sons, and then he gets a call. You just thinking, "Oh my God, am I getting fired, again? Am I getting laid off?" And this is a position for the White House. He's shocked and everything, but Goes there, he meets everybody. That's when he meets Lenny Kravitz and Cuba Gooding Jr. And Terrence Howard is playing one of their neighbors and friends. A couple other girls are, playing the friends. And then he works in the White House, serving all these presidents. And his son grows up, and you could tell he really doesn't like his father being a butler. His youngest son, wants to be just like him, and then his oldest son, wants to go to Frisk University. They have this sad goodbye. He's about to get on this plane to go to Frisk University, and then they go there to try to, protest. When he goes there, he wants to protest, and he has this class with Yaya from Top Model. They meet, have this class where they want to go, into the white, restaurants and be served. And then they basically just kind of prepare them for what they're going to have to go through by basically having them treat them like the white people would, and they calling them the N-word and pushing on them and telling them to get up. And they just going back and forth for when they really do go to the restaurant, and they have to end up getting treated the same way they were practicing. And they just go back and forth with that. And then the police come down, get out of here, get out of here. They're like, we want to be served. And then basically they pour coffee on them, they beat them up, they spit in one of the girls' faces. That was probably the hardest scene for me to take. Another thing, they just continue to protest and all of that. And then they go to jail, and his parents find out he's in jail. They want him to stop, but he's like, I gotta keep protesting. He continues to do that. They end up having making a Black Panther I guess unity. That's when they talk about the Black Panther, introduce that, and Yaya and him are still continuing to be together. And Yaya basically, she down for whatever. And then the guys just told him, when they kill 2 hours, we gonna kill 3 of them. And then that's when he kind of walks up, was thinking to himself, I'm not gonna survive doing this. So he kind of quits the Black Panthers, and he gets arrested again. When he is in the Black Panthers, and then his brother's like, I'm finna do something real epic. He goes, okay, what's up? He goes, I'm not going back to Howard University. I'm about to join the war. I'm going to Vietnam. He just goes, I'm not going to your funeral. He goes, so you fight against your country. I fight for my country. And I was just thinking, that's so dumb. And then he goes to war. A few months later, they bring his body back. They have a funeral. And it's just so sad how he just died. His brother, and his father, they don't talk very much because of what happened and everything. Yaya and his girlfriend and his son, they come to dinner, and then, Yaya not being very ladylike. She basically is burping, got her chest all out, basically being a little disrespectful. And then we talk about Sidney Poitier, and he just kind of disrespects him and says how he's whitewashed and how he doesn't like him. And it's the scene where they get into it, and then he goes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to piss off your hero. And then Oprah smacks the heck out of him and goes, you see, you don't understand. Everything you have, everything you got is because of that Butler. And then, she said, you get her, you get that trifling B, you get F out of my house. And I was just like, oh my God. Oprah and Terrence Howard have this scene where they're flirting. No real love scene go on, but they flirting, and it's insinuated that they slept together. Forrest Whitaker knows is by saying that somebody in the neighborhood found out some man slept with his wife and how he was killed and all of that. Another thing that's touching for me is when they were on the Freedom Bus and they got the fire, the KKK came and they set it on fire, and they went to jail again. But in the end, he got his master's degree. His father continued to serve in the White House. He basically was able to go there as a guest. Kennedy got killed. So a lot to talk about in this movie, but I was literally about to cry. Or I cried when Kennedy got killed. Anyway, it's an epic movie. At the end, we know Barack Obama, the first black president, select, he goes to see him.